She said it was his child. 9 months of baby bump selfies, dozens of teary ultrasound appointments, a name picked, a nursery painted. He bought the crib. He held her hand in labor. But when the baby arrived, something didn't add up. And the DNA test? It didn't just tell the truth. It set fire to every lie she'd ever told. This is not just a story about betrayal. It's about a man who gave his whole heart and a woman who weaponized motherhood. But what she didn't know is that karma wears a lab coat. Stick around, because what happened next will make your jaw hit the floor. It started with the kind of love that makes people sick. Jake and Alina were that couple. Matching hoodies, shared Spotify playlists. Good morning, my sunshine texts every day. He was the planner. She was the dreamer. Jake had just landed a stable job in IT, while Alina worked part-time as a yoga instructor and part-time as an Instagram lifestyle fairy. They talked about kids early, maybe too early. "I think you'd be a great dad," she told him once, curling into his chest after dinner. His heart nearly burst. He never thought anyone would say that to him. So when she sat him down 5 months later with trembling hands and wide eyes, whispering, "I'm pregnant," he didn't hesitate. He dropped to his knees. He kissed her stomach. He cried, real tears, the kind you cry when you think your whole life is falling perfectly into place. But it wasn't falling into place. It was being assembled on a fault line. From the moment Alina said she was pregnant, something shifted. She got moodier, started gatekeeping her phone like it was the nuclear codes. She'd cry over baby names, and then disappear for hours. "Doctor's appointment," she'd say, clutching her stomach. But Jake noticed the receipts didn't match the stories. A smoothie bar on the same day she said she was getting blood work done. A movie ticket during what was supposedly her 3rd trimester yoga class. Still, he silenced the doubts. She was carrying his child, right? One night she came home smelling like men's cologne. He asked. She snapped. "God, Jake, I'm carrying your child and you think I'm cheating on you?" He apologized. He always did. The baby was born on a stormy Thursday in October. Jake was there, cutting the cord, holding her hand as she screamed in pain. And when the nurse placed the baby in his arms, everything else fell away. 10 fingers, 10 toes, a tiny little nose. He looked at her, his daughter, and felt an emotion he couldn't name, bigger than love, deeper than joy. But even in that moment, his brain whispered something dangerous. "She doesn't look like you." He brushed it off. Babies change, right? Hair color, eye color. It all settles eventually. But it didn't, and neither did the questions. At 6 months old, the baby had Alina's eyes and someone else's skin tone. Jake's family started asking quiet questions. His mom, "Are you sure she's yours?" His sister, "Has she even taken a paternity test?" He hated those questions. He defended Alina. Until one day, during a petty argument about laundry of all things, she screamed, "Well, maybe I wouldn't be so tired if I had a real father helping me." Silence. A real father? Jake's stomach turned. She tried to backpedal, but something about her eyes said too much. The next day, he bought a home DNA test. He swabbed the baby's cheek while Alina was showering. He mailed it in with trembling hands. He didn't tell anyone. He didn't even tell himself what he was hoping for. 2 weeks later, an envelope arrived. He opened it on the porch. Sunlight spilling on lies. 99.9999% chance Jake is not the biological father. Everything stopped. Birds, wind, time. He didn't cry. He didn't scream. He just sat. The kind of silence that only comes after a nuclear bomb. When he walked inside, she was feeding the baby. He held the paper out to her without a word. She blinked at it once, twice. "Oh." That's all she said. "Oh." No denial, no shock, just resignation. "You knew," he whispered. "I didn't think you'd ever test," she said. And then, as if that explained everything, "I needed you to stay." Jake didn't yell, didn't storm out. He packed, quietly. She cried, screamed, threw things. He just kept folding shirts. "You can't leave me. What about her?" "She's not mine," he said, voice breaking. "You made sure of that." She begged, apologized, promised it meant nothing. But this was. Then came the threats. "I'll ruin you. I'll say you hit me. I'll tell people you abandoned your daughter." Jake documented everything. When she showed up at his job, crying hysterically, he didn't flinch. He sent a legal notice. And when she posted a rant on Facebook calling him a deadbeat dad, he posted the DNA results. One clean, cold screenshot. The silence after that, deafening. She tried filing for child support. The judge read the test. Case dismissed. Then she tried emotional damages. Her own DMs betrayed her. Screenshots of conversations with the real father. Conversations where she laughed about Jake being clueless and so easy to manipulate. She was ordered to pay Jake back for every penny he spent during the pregnancy. Hospital bills, nursery setup, baby shower expenses. He didn't want revenge. He wanted clarity. And he got it in cold, legal ink. Months passed. Jake healed. He started going to therapy, reconnected with friends. He even joined a single dad's support group. They welcomed him anyway. Turns out, emotional fathers aren't defined by DNA. They're defined by integrity. He got promoted at work, started dating again. No big romance, just peace. He learned to love again. Not through grand gestures, but by learning to trust himself. And then one day, scrolling through Instagram, he saw Alina promoting a Mommy and Me brand. Caption, "Just me and my miracle." But the comments were turned off. And Jake? He smiled, not because he won, but because he finally walked away from a war he never signed up for. Some lies come with price tags. Some betrayals come wearing diapers. But what makes or breaks a person is how they rise from the wreckage. Jake didn't lose a child. He lost a fantasy, and in doing so, he found something better, the truth, the strength to walk away. Now tell me this, if someone lied to you for 9 months straight, used your love as currency, and expected you to stay after the truth surfaced, would you have walked away? Or would you still be trying to fix something they never valued?
Leave your answer in the comments, because sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing, just action. And if you're still watching, you're not just curious. You're someone who values truth.
Because this, as QEMU life by the Y locks of ingenues.